Alrighty. So now we're going to have our last match of the stream, Taka and Vas.
All right.
And shout out to Pablo Shred with the rate of 13 coming in the middle of the interview. Thank you so much showing up, Pablo. Thank you. And we're going to have Taka and Vas coming up. We're going to have their band soon and ready. And Taka, shout out to Taka. I mean, him being one of the big people behind the scenes, being one of the big refs during the Elite League and during the Championship Series, he's always shown up for CSC. So big shouts to Taka. Now competing in the Championship Series, he's just want to do whatever he can.
Both these players are pretty closely seated, 5 seeds apart to be exact. Taka being 34th and Vasasasa being 39th. So both like smack dab in the middle. So I think we're going to see a pretty balanced match, hopefully, because again, I haven't gotten to commentate a tiebreaker yet. I want to see a tiebreaker so badly. So I think this will be a pretty good opportunity to see one. So I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yes, and Taka will pit Minute. I think this will be the first time we'll see Minute since it's been banned like 2 times, and my heart is broken because Dream of Majan was banned as per Taka. So we won't see that at all this stream. Unfortunate. But other than that, we're going to get into Minute.
Oh, here we go. I love this song. This is probably I don't know. I actually don't know what my favorite song is from this poll. There's a lot of good picks from here. Lewis Cole is just amazing to listen to, though. Such a unique instrumentalist and just producer overall.
Lewis Cole.
All right. So we'll see what these two are able to do as per Minute. And I want to point out, Taka had banned a solo pick, and Vas had banned a strummy pick. Just want to point that out there, whether or not their counter picks will mean anything if it ever comes to it. And I also think...
Oh, both players are going to be missing right around the same spot. Very interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, whether or not we'll be able to see an FC this match, but not for this song at least. As both of them had missed right there.
Kind of struggling with the fretting here. I mean, it is a little tricky because you're constantly on the orange fret, so...
It also missed a phrase just there.
Alright, well, okay, Vas is going to get a phrase there. At least have 3/4 there. And both players are going to be activating during the chords here. This is such a good... I can't help but pop to this dude. This is just banger.
Taka maintaining nearly into 300 now so far.
Whoa! Taka going to be missing during an SP phrase there. I believe so. So this could definitely swing interestingly in Vas's favor if Vasa can hit this.
$50, $60, okay. And I want to say one thing. We're for broadcast. If you got your geography on deck, Vas, their time zones is completely different from what we're used to. 6 a.m. at the moment, since they live all the way from the border of Mongolia and China on Russia, or in Russia, as I should say. So, kind of a bit of a disadvantage, I must say. I mean, just being so early in the morning.
Kind of say that too, because playing in the morning, assuming you're not like all-nighting it or something, I know just from experience of waking up in the morning, you're not quite as explosive, you're not as awake, and explosivity and just fast twitch muscles are so crucial for this game that it can be hard to warm them up, especially if you're kind of zombifying your way to the guitar at like 5:30 in the morning.
All right, here we go.
Both players are handling this part pretty well. I think it was just that awkward orange fretting that was throwing Vasa off, but nonetheless, I mean, they're both going to be killing this section. Oh, and Taka going to be missing, and Vasa going to be keeping their streak here.
Yeah, Voss has been nearly going up. Never mind. I was about to say they were about to go on to a 400, but just missed right before. And I want to see right here, just like 64, like 63.5, 64K, so we're in these two. Tide would have to miss on a good bit of star power phrases near the end, really, but early activation on the end of Taka as maintained at 300.
Yeah, Taka's just looking very comfortable. This was this Taka's pick, right?
Yes, this was.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty smart pick by Taka. Seems very comfortable with this chart overall. Whether it's the fretting in the beginning or the soloing here. So, I mean, Taka's killing this right now. And that's going to be a very, very solid lead. Around 70-ish K. So, good pick. Very smart first pick by Taka. Vasa not far off, no count wise. Just wasn't quite able to get those star power phrases.
That's right. Minus 12 on the end for Taka. Only one phrase missed. And similar streaks as well.
Yeah. And fun fact about this song, at least I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the music video for this is done entirely in one take, from what I remember. It's a really unique music video. It's very entertaining. So go check out the music video if you're interested in that. It's very fun to watch after the match.
Already an immediate counter pick on the end for
right
Voss.
Away.
Yeah, Teos, the hybrid, coming out per Voss. And by the way, we had a raid on the end for Panda. Our one of our previous players coming up, showing up on stream in front of 100. So shout out over to Panda. Give them some love in the chat.
You know, something tells me we're going to see a completely different match from the last two matches. I think we're going to be seeing virtually all solo-esque picks, and I'm not complaining. This is good. It's a very good switch up, very refreshing.
I feel like we might see a different result on the end for this song. I mean, Vass have picked immediately. Perhaps they favor this song a lot, if that were the case. Or they just thought about it before they got into the match with Mean It, so...
Yeah, sometimes you gotta have your counter picks ready to go. I mean, if you have, especially if you just have them in your head. Some players are also very momentum based. Like, they don't like taking a lot of time off between songs, so. Oh, crispy activation from both players. Vasa unfortunately going to be missing, but also both players are going to be kind of evening themselves out there.
Yeah.
We're going to go into this break with about a 19K-ish lead. Yeah, 19K lead from Taka's side, so.
Both with a near an even amount of misses. Totally doable though for Vass. I must say though, I mean, this was a per Vass's counter pick, and it's a lot closer. But they gotta make do what they picked. So we'll see coming up with this next activation with the strums fill.
I always forget about this part.
Green red trill, getting the phrase there. All right, pretty much nearly even when it comes to streak. But we'll see if that changed. You have to see a miss on Taka.
Oh, okay. Both players activating, and I guess we'll see. Okay, both players maintaining their 8x. I was gonna say maybe if there was a little bit of a pattern blender that could have shifted aside in favor of Vasa, but nonetheless, both players are gonna be nailing that.
Yeah, not one of them. Not letting go of the streak so far. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be an unfortunate miss for Taka. That's going to be a few K in favor of Vasa, but not if it cancels it out like that. Oh, Taka's going to blunder another pattern, another zig there. Ooh,
two misses.
Kind of blundering all these zig patterns here. Interesting.
Two misses while Vass was under a 100+ streak. 3 now so far.
Slowly climbing back up, and if Taka misses during... Okay, Taka's at least going to hit that star power. And Taka's going to activate now, which is interesting. Now the question is, when is Vasa going to activate?
Yes, activate in a nice spot where it's 8x.
Oh, juicy activation, maintaining that 8x. Hold on. If we see a star
Just
power overlap, and we do see a star power overlap, Vasa's going to be running away with this now, just out of nowhere.
Yes, Entire did not get that star power at all. So now we got
counter pick from Vasa.
The tides have shifted now in Vasa's favor.
Now it's Vasa's turn to win this by 70k. This is a complete tournament event. What a phenomenal activation. Such a smart pick now that we've seen that section. Wow, yeah, I don't see Taka coming back from this. So if I'm Taka in this situation, I'm probably going to be thinking of a counter pick because Vasa's going to be wanting to play right away. So
54k separating the two, maybe even more.
Oh, it's going to be more. Vasa's. Wow, just wow.
Yeah, it just goes to show. Perhaps practice. Oh, nice. Perhaps Vasa practice a little bit more within that tap bit.
That was great. That was what, 78k difference? Ooh, just
all phrases hit.
That middle section where they were just missing in those 16th notes, like where it was a relatively tame section, but Taka just might have gotten a little nervous, might have got a little impatient, and just wasn't able to get any ground because they hit almost all the SP phrases, but again, that one single activation in the chimneys and the open notes, oh my god, that got Vasa 60k lead alone.
Another immediate counter pick.
Jeez, this match is going to be over in like 10 minutes.
I know, right? Taka goes immediately over to Hava Nagila. No question about it.
Complete opposite of what Vasa's used to. So we'll see in this intro. Maybe the intro is already going to be an indicator, and it is, because Vasa's going to be struggling with those open notes at the beginning.
And remember, Vas before had banned Comfortably Dumb, another scrummy pick. So we'll see if that comes into any effect.
These players do not care about the concept of breaks. They just want to. they're at each other. They want. Someone wants to win here, and I mean, we're gonna find out soon. Maybe. I mean, this match could go on for 3-4 more songs for all we know, though.
It will not be seen FC on front end of Taka as he had missed at the transition.
Oh, Taka's gonna miss a. Oh, but if he does get this overlap, I think that's gonna help a lot. And both players are going to be pretty even on star power after this, and Taka's going to have around a 16k lead.
I must say, I love the amount of representation like we've been getting across different countries so far.
Yeah, the international competition couldn't be more amazing to see. It really does bring the spirit back into this game where especially when it was first released, like the concept of this game. And it's great to see that being relived through the likes of different countries showing their appreciation for it again. And as we go into this break, Vasa does have a full thing of star power at their disposal, but by the time they're going to be activating, it's not going to matter too much because Taka's going to activate pretty soon, probably when there's going to be an overlap opportunity. Okay, never mind.
Not activating just yet. But I mean, they can do whatever they want given the lead that they have. So
that's also very true. As we go into this ending, Voss is going to be struggling with those open notes again, like they did with the intro. And again, switching leads completely. That's going to be like a 49k difference. So and again, the no counts and SP phrases are the same, but the star power activations have been. It couldn't have been more. It can't be more black and white how crucial this plays.
Wow. Alrighty. So if we are looking at this on paper, Vass should go with a solo pick, really.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Oh, could we please see giant steps? Could we please see giant steps?
We are going to see giant steps. We're going to see a 120 called out.
Dude, I love this chart. This is so fun to watch.
And this is fit down per Voss's counter pick.
Again, this is easily my favorite.
And the reason why I said like on paper was because Taka had banned Dream Majan solo pick and Vass had banned Comfortably Dumb strumming pick. And Taka had counter picked right after Chaos with having the deal, and now
Yeah,
it's
I
Giant
think
Steps solo.
both players caught onto each other extremely fast. So at this point, it's just a battle of the skill sets.
We'd love to see that, though. It'll be back and forth if that ever the case, but
Yeah, it's not often you see conflicting skill sets like this, and it's fascinating to see each player try to adapt to the other player's strengths.
But I'm trying to think. Is at one point the next hybrid pick will come into play? I don't think there will be.
Yeah, what's gonna happen if we see a hybrid? we're just gonna see a tie.
And Vass has to show for the solo. He is at the moment maintaining FC so far for this intro. Never mind. Anytime I say that, it just goes down the drain. But
yeah, and it's gonna be very close here now. Both players kind of canceling each other out, given the misses where the misses were located. But
yes, the same amount of star power as well, just neutral. And keep in mind of the streak so far for Taka, just 400. So I think it's just one miss from both of these both of them so far.
Now I'm not entirely sure if it seems like Voss is just kind of following what Taka's doing in terms of activations, but that sweep, unfortunately is not going to be hit.
Wait, both of them have missed in the phrase. Voss had missed first, and that was a big opportunity for Taka to take advantage, but he had missed just at the end. Jeez.
This is so close. Scores are just going to be flickering until someone misses, and that's going to happen as soon as I say that. Taka's going to be dropping there, and Voss is going to get around 4K out of that drop. 4K.
Yeah, but if Vass misses, we're going to see the same thing for the minimum for Sword Comeback will be 3K if we don't see any cores. Oh my goodness.
Both players missed at the exact same time.
Yeah, but Vass hasn't missed. He hasn't missed another one since Taka missed before, so they're still in the lead.
Yeah, they're just trading misses at this point. Oh, yeah.
Earlier.
Vasa activating just a little later than Taka, just kind of following in his footsteps since I think Vasa is just kind of trusting Taka's knowledge.
Oh.
Whoa, that was close.
I don't know if that would have been a bait. Would that have been like a bait?
Oh my god.
That would have been killer.
That would have been the most 300 IQ star power bait I've ever seen in my life. This is scarily close.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vasa's actually gonna have the. Oh, that's huge.
I was about to say we were one miss away.
I forgot what I was even saying. I was so thrown off by that miss there.
But Vass does miss, but it's not on a phrase, so he's just fine for now.
Now the question is, given Voss has been kind of copying Taka's activations, where is Vasa going to activate?
Well, I don't know if Vass has to worry if Taka keeps on missing like this.
Right, but I don't know.
He could just play chicken with them.
That's true, but I feel that's a good point.
We are just like near at the end of this.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how close we were to the end. I'm just so hyper focused on when Voss is going to be using star power, and yeah, he's just going to let it ride.
Oh,
Taka's going to be missing. Voss is going to take the break point.
Back and forth.
That's a massive point. I mean, if you're Voss, you got to be stoked about that point. Yeah. If I'm Taka, I would probably opt for a hybrid now. I don't know if I would. Are there even any solo picks left? I believe is there one left?
We got one more. Strumming Foot would take this life, and since Giant Step is out, it's just synchronal step. So really, on Taka's end, the real pick here would be take this life, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, with the way this game has been going, it could go to a game 7 if these categories are just playing the way these players want to. But oh no, we're gonna see Medley, whose eyes 110. Maybe this is a chart that Taka is well versed in, perhaps. And word from broadcast from Gabe, knowing Taka very well, that Taka loves this chart.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that fares.
We'll see how the intro goes. We'll feel out the first like 500-600 notes, and we'll probably get a decent gauge of how comfortable they are.
Okay.
Taka taking his time and just kind of getting the groove there, and yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah, before these two are like just instant now, but Taka just needed a.
Taka had to bring it back a little, get a little bit of a breather.
He needed them in. Now, as far as this pattern is concerned, it's not phasing them too much. Taka activating immediately after that phrase. Vas is holding on though. I don't think it really matters. Not if he misses though, as he won't get the 8x right away. He will. I don't think he won't. It'll just be right after.
Yeah, really smart star power usage to prevent overlapping there. I got a little scared there. It's so hard to tell with this client here and there because just a few milliseconds difference just cost you so many points.
Both will activate on these destroying quads. Vasa just a little bit later and no overlap.
Yeah, and not too early for that gap so far. I mean, given what we've seen Vasa is capable of in terms of coming back. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty curious what's gonna.
Alrighty.
Ooh, both players are gonna be missing, but Vasa gonna be activating and missing on those ascending trips and
Taka!
not getting the star power phrase. Woo! Taka's in a very, very good position right now.
He's gonna get this lead because of.
And due to the BPM of the song, I believe, the star power is going to be coming down a lot slower, and it's just going to be overlap galore at this point. It's just the lead is going to be insane now.
I think it's more so the time signature.
Or yes, yeah, that's it. My bad.
Yeah, that's affecting the star power phrase. But BPM could as well slow down star power. These trills, by the way.
How could be missing those trills to get that star power phrase? And Vasa's gonna maybe try. Vasa's gonna try and pull something back here, especially with that note streak. Like we said, we didn't see a comeback from Vasa until about 50-60% in the song for was it not Synchronal, or was it or Chaos, I believe. So maybe we'll see the same thing. We'll see the same type of comeback.
Now,
and given that miss.
He has to be careful. Vas does have 25% more star power.
Miss, and that's going to be Vasa's chance to. Oh, and that, as I say, Taka is going to miss. Luckily, hit that star power. But again, one more miss, and I think Vasa is going to be bringing this back.
Hold on a second. Jeez.
Okay, these scores are neck and neck at this point. Never mind.
No, not
if Taka misses so many times, though. Vasa has not. Like I said, this is just like Chaos, except Vasa's going to miss now. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but Vasa is going to get star power at least. But Taka doesn't have any to use. Oh, but Vasa's going to miss, so it's not going to be as productive as we initially thought.
Yeah, both of them are missing.
So close right now.
Both of them are missing like crazy.
And this is the most technical part of the song.
Oh no!
Neither player going to get the star power phrase. That would be huge for Taka. That could have been it for Taka, I think, if he just got that star power. Taka gets this next star power phrase. I believe there's one more.
Taka is getting these streaks where Vasa's been missing the whole time.
I didn't even know.
God, I was
ready for that. How did he come back? What happened to Vasa near the end? I wasn't even.
He was flubbing so much in the outro, and Taka just having these little bits of streaks where it was flying just a little bit. Wow.
I didn't even notice. I had no idea because I was just seeing if Taka was going to nail something at the end. I didn't know if there was another star power phrase but I had no idea if Vasa messed that. Oh, the 89% on outro B.
Look at the score. It's like 800 points.
That's such an unfortunate blunder at the end, but nonetheless, phenomenal for Taka. And that's going to be what, 3-2 now?
Yeah,
So
and this will be by the end for Vas to take it to a game 7. It'll be by their counter pick.
and we just have to see what the pick's gonna be.
Oh,
I was like, I couldn't
jeez.
process that at first because I was so
Yeah.
focused on Taka's side to see if how he was gonna be faring on that's more technical, like the outro. And then all of a sudden I like zoom out for a second and I see that Vasa lost by 800 and I was like, wait, what just happened?
So the story here for this counter pick, we've seen the thing here where they favor certain categories. Fast is favored solo, and so the move here would go to synchronal steps, but might like a hybrid pick, and he likes that, just going with curses at 110. So we'll not
Okay.
be seeing a solo. 2 hybrids in a row.
Yeah, and Taka actually asking for a break. Kind of just needs to relax, especially after such a strenuous win. I mean, I would be trying to take a little bit of time to myself as well. Just kind of regain my composure, say to myself, okay, I got one more point to take, and I just need to do what I did last time.
No. Okay. I might need a break too. Jeez. Oh boy. Will we see a tiebreaker? We're out to find out from this match. Or this song, I should say. It's going to come down to Vass, or will Taka seal the deal?
I don't know. I don't even have a choice here at all. I mean, we've seen just so many nutty comebacks that like quite literally anything is possible. So I'm not even going to call it, no matter how big the lead is, because just from what we've seen so far, even the last 15 seconds, you could just completely blunder everything. So
both of them hitting the phrase.
I'm missing those intro sweeps. Kind of having trouble. Oh, but Voss is going to be struggling on those as well. But the transition to the strumming Taka. Oh, never mind. Client lied to me. Taka hit the SP.
Okay.
I swear Taka missed the SP phrase on my screen at least. Oh, that's a lot of chord points missing out.
Oh yeah, okay, this will be a big lead for Vassar off the bat. I wanted to say, like, that miss in the beginning for Taka, these ascending trips to be so hard to fret in one hand. So
Taka's really having trouble with these ascending sweeps. I think missing those chords near might have been shaking up the nerves for Taka, and that can happen. Once you lose that momentum and that confidence, it can be so hard to regain it. And I think that's what we're actually seeing right now, but hopefully Taka can regain their composure, get some star power, get some momentum back, and
oh, he misses another phrase there.
I think he got it, actually. At least, yeah.
Another phrase coming up here. We'll be at a 25% difference if both get it, and they do.
Vasa can just play copycat, though, and just kind of rely on Taka's activations at this point.
Vasa should maintain, though. Try not to make the lead too small for comfort. As we're looking at about 36K.
Okay, here's the 24th note strumming.
Yeah, even with 25% and all this overlapping, Vash should be fine. It's just that Taka will just come up a little bit, not if he misses too much.
Yeah, both players kind of trading misses there. Nothing too egregious. So we're still going to have the same relative lead, 35K. And I think it's all going to come down to SP phrases. Someone's got to miss an SP phrase. Voss has got to miss an SP phrase if Taka wants to have a chance of coming back. Yeah, I don't know about that activation from Vasa. And Taka's going to get some chord points out of this and close that gap. Now the gap went from 35K to around 20K.
Vass misses a phrase there. Oh.
And like I just said before, all it takes is one phrase. Oh, actually, wait a second. How many points is Taka going to get out of these?
Yeah,
Vass
has.
This is going to be a lot of points.
Oh, no!
The activation! Is Taka actually going to come back from the 35K deficit immediately?
Taka has to maintain.
Taka just has to...
Oh. Oh, my God! I need.
What? What?
We're going to a game
happened?
7. We're going to a game 7. The star power had lasted just a few more
The
ticks.
ticks, dude. Oh my god. What is this? Score Hero 2007 where ticks are the defining factor, boys.
Ticks
Let's
matter.
go.
Get the ticks out of the dodge. They matter.
Oh
Look
my
at
god. We're going into tiebreaker.
another difference that just comes around just 1,000 or just 800, but this time it's 1,000 or really just 900.
Okay.
Wow.
I know how I said before that I wasn't going to be too presumptuous,
Or
but
it is 1,000.
I was pretty sure that Taka was going to take that. I was very certain.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. And it goes to show, actually, given the note count difference, how much smarter Taka's star power usage was, and how much more he knew the path, or even was able to improvise the path to his abilities. So, but that's not good. That's not going to matter because we're going to tiebreaker. That's all that matters right now. It is song 7, and I mean, this is what I've been looking forward to. This is what I called at the beginning. I said this is probably going to be a pretty close match, but I didn't know it was going to be this close.
All right, we're gonna have the image faded. This is the first time I'm gonna see this in action. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
and this will also be the first time. Is this the first time it's going to be played? Because I know there was 2 tiebreakers yesterday.
Okay, so it was.
This was played yesterday, casted from Michigan or Michigan Yoquan Max.
All right. This time I'm not going to assume anything, no matter the lead. I got to stick to my principles here. Oh, okay. Early misses from both players, kind of trading misses, but Taka trading a little more favorably, so not as much. Didn't lose as much score.
So one thing I want to point out from this match, this has been a match where their counter picks had mattered and they'd won on them.
Yeah.
But now this is going to come towards a neutral tiebreaker, and we'll see who comes out as the victor for this whole set.
Oh, and this looks like another copycat strategy from Vasa, but honestly, I respect it. I respect it. Sometimes you just got to see what the other player's doing and capitalize off of their mistakes.
I want to see here, we're like 11K.
Okay. Again, not a lead we're not a lead we're not used to, so pretty standard lead at this point. Nothing Vasa can't come back from, but Taka looking very comfortable so far.
Now both this neutral star power, we'll see what will happen in the middle here. Like just a little bit later. I don't know if that was reactionary or not.
I would probably say it's reactionary, given what we've seen Vasa do whenever Taka does activate star power, pretty much every time.
We'll ask whether or not that comes into fact, whether the star power was just all reactionary and copycatting Taka's pathing. And I want to...
Was that an accidental activation?
I don't know whether or not Taka plays on Explore, not to where a tilt comes into play.
Or is that on tap? Oh. Okay, so there should be a pretty dense section coming up. So both players are this is kind of a slobber knocker right now. This is a very confusing match so far. So I don't know what's going to happen at this point. Oh, Taka's going to get so much out of this. And this is the dense section I was referring to. This is massive. And especially, that's just the nail in the coffin at that point. But again, there is a decent amount of song left, so Vasa's the comeback king at this point, at least from what I've gathered. So anything can happen, especially if Taka misses somewhere around here. But instead Vasa's gonna miss.
the way I could see this playing out in terms for Vass is that he'd hope Taka would miss. Like they're on separate paths right now, unless they're both going to activate in the same area. Except Vass just activates a little bit later. Not like that, but just like a good bit later, to where it evens out just by a quarter. But other than that, they're going to be on neutral star power now.
Yeah. And I think that's what Vasa wants. I think Vasa wants to be on even ground for Taka in that aspect. So, oh, okay, that's going to be a few K in Vasa's favor, assuming he doesn't miss. Okay. Yeah, listen, every bit counts. All it takes is one SP phrase, Mick. Oh, Vasa's unfortunately not going to hit that SP phrase, and Taka will. I just
Taka showing up for that bit. We're well above the halfway point, by the way. So something has to give.
Vasa's got a mountain to climb at this point. That activation from Taka was so crucial.
Now again, they're gonna be on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I'm Vasa, I would activate pretty much right away, just to at least. Okay. Good stuff by both players hitting that section. Taka not budging though, not letting Vasa get any capitalization off of Taka's misses.
Good job by Vasa maintaining in the phrase. If he had missed there, it would have been catastrophic. And Taka missing a little bit.
Taka not making the most productive usage out of their star power, so.
What will Vass do with the star power, though?
I don't know. Oh, definitely not activate now, though, because you really want that 8x if you want to make that star power shine. Maybe wait for Taka? I wonder if Vass is going to wait for Taka to activate. I think that's what we're going to end up seeing here.
Oh no. There's not much song that's going to be left. And considering how down bad Vass is, I mean, something that has to come up on the end for Taka that would be really unfortunate.
That could set a precedent, that random miss there. Let's just see what happens in the solo.
Yeah,
zig. Oh, but both players going to be trading misses there. Oh, but Vasa going to be missing a little more, not making usage of that extra star power he had. Both players hitting those descending sweeps very well. And, I mean, like I said, I don't want to call it again, but I think there's only so much Vasa can do at this point, especially since they're both on even star power. There's not too much left for Vasa to really capitalize on. I think that single activation really did it. That gave Taka, what, a 30-40k lead? So if Vasa was on the same page, this could be dead even right now. So unless Taka's controller quite literally disconnects or something, I think that's going to be it. But, again, anything can happen. But as we close in on the last few seconds, or just the last of the song, I think Taka's going to take this after so many strenuous songs, after such a strenuous match in general. And that is going to be it. Great job to Taka, winning 4-3 on the image faded. I mean, just great stuff. What a phenomenal match.
Yeah, it was just the difference of the phrases, as you see there. I mean, Vass had a better minus, but the phrase is missing the difference of pathing. Where Taka had that one activation with the chords, it just made all of the difference.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
great. I couldn't have asked for a better match when I said I wanted it to be close.
Two songs that ended on the note where we were just 1,000 or 800 off. And a great dynamic where the counter picks mattered and varied between categories. Great stuff.
We live in a world where ticks really matter. Unbelievable. You love to see stuff like that. It's just those little things that can make matches so much more iconic.
Hello. Jesus H. friggin' Christ.
Yeah, what a match, fellas.
First question over to Vass. I got words from Dave, knowing that you live near the border from China, Mongolia, and Russia. That the time zone
Oh yeah.
it was around like
It's like-
early in the morning. How did that at all play into effect? Were you tired, or were you like, or more so pumped that you had like late night energy or something?
Late night
like
adrenaline.
No, I just slept for a bit. And now it's 7 a.m. I woke up at 5.
Oh,
Oh, so you woke up yeah, it's a lot harder to warm up in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gotta take that 5-hour energy.
And my hands are really cold now.
And Taka,
Oh man.
showing up. I must say, do you play with the solo highway, or were you able to see Vass's score and be like, during the tiebreaker when you made
I
that
was
one?
able to see his score, but I pretty much never ever looked over. I
So
only
you
looked
never-
up at my own 1 or 2, whether I was in the lead or not.
Well, how about when you activate in the middle of the course, but you didn't see him activate as well? It was a different path where you're like, okay, I have
Oh
a
yeah,
pretty
that
sizable
I
lead.
noticed. I did pay attention to when he was activating, and I could hear him miss because I have the miss sound.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I'll have a vague idea, but never know the exact lead. For example, in Curses, I thought for sure that I had no chance, that he had gained a fucking 50 million point lead when I couldn't do the ascending patterns.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Who knows if I would have still shit missed in the outro if I had known.
I have a question for both of you, more or less. Now, there were so many times where leads were swinging left and right, and things were just going crazy. Tell me about the 800-point difference where the ticks mattered at the end. What were both of you thinking after that, and what was your momentum going forward? Like, were you... I'm just kind of curious what both of your mindsets were.
Well, that was Curses, yeah? Right? No, not Curses. Medley. Medley.
Yeah.
Yeah, both was like 1,000 or less.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah. Well, on Medley... Sorry, should I go first or you?
Yeah.
Okay. So on Medley, I'm sure people in chat might have noticed, I have a really weird path, but that's intentional. Like, I do not activate in Vivid Solo B because I know I'm going to miss. I activate a little bit after, but I fucked up that path too by activating too late and overlapping something that I wasn't supposed to overlap. So I did really well at the start of it. Then after that bad activation and a few bad misses, like missing star power phrases, especially afterwards, Vasa overtook me, which was expected because my lead was mostly just because of pathing in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that after that would be the strumming, which I did have a chance to be better at. For my standards, that was actually a very bad run of the strumming in the full song, but it was enough to overtake. That's right, I looked once. That was the only time I ever checked the score difference. I saw he was 7k ahead going into the strumming. So I was like, oh, that's possible. And it just barely was, even though I missed all the phrases. There too.
All right, and one last question for the both of you. I'd realized the dynamic that was happening between counterpicks. Taka, you'd been the solo, and Vass, you'd been the strums, and I realized that Taka, you at one point had leaned towards having the Diola, and Vass, you leaned towards Giant Steps, which are the complete opposite as to what you two had banned. So you two favored that? Was that a thing that possibly went through your mind that, okay, knowing that he had banned the opposite pick, I'm going to go with that instead?
I knew exactly what Vasa was going to pick the entire time, except for Curses. Yeah, because he did the same thing as against, was it Hodor? In a previous match day, and I just looked at the stats of that, and he did the exact same thing. So I knew he would pick Giant Steps for me, which I would have picked otherwise. Although I still lost, or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, my ban is just one individual song that I can't do at all. I don't have a strong preference, solo or strum, normally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have solo preference because I suck at strumming.
Alrighty.
That's understandable. Well, anyways, thank you both so much for putting on such a great show. I'm sure the chat loved it. I mean, they definitely were loving it, especially the comebacks both of you were pulling off and just the dynamic that was going on between skill set differences. Great match, and honestly, I hope we see both of you again. Fantastic match.
Thank you.
Good stuff. GG's.